I trust you were able to get plenty of rest? Good. I thought we might take a moment to ponder our next steps, perhaps reflect on our recent journey? I must admit, my thoughts are often adrift to the Mist Continent and our stay in Trino. It was heartening to see the Milala prosper despite the odds, and my own flesh and blood strive in the Levin-wrecked landscape. Sphene was eager to restore diplomatic relations, and I have no doubt that Alexandria will provide much-needed support for the neighborhood. I too shall do everything I can to aid my home away from home, my wonderful, welcoming family included. For the time being, though, I'd say we accomplished all within our power. I suppose that just leaves the matter of preservation's research. It is yet unclear how Calyx learned the techniques he used to summon his stock primal, and there is likewise much that remains unknown about the key. Let us hope that Shale's efforts bear more fruit. Minfilia? Can you hear me? Yes. Shale and I have been reviewing the decrypted files and have uncovered some intriguing details. Would you join us? We'll be right away. Excellent. Shale seems rather eager to speak with you all. Come find us in the Dawntrail lab when you're ready. Uncanny timing indeed. Let's make for the containment complex. We're about to get Deutero. Wait, where did this have me go? Oh, all the way back here. Okay. Heading for the containment complex right this way. Sure, why not? This reminds me of a Tales of game where they have those labs in the Tales of games. I just said the same thing twice in a row, but the point is that it reminds me of a Tales of game.
You're just in time for a progress report.
Quite.
The decryption is finally complete. As we suspected, the data represents a partial record of Preservation's research documents. A quick scan of the files, however, failed to turn up the information Y'shtola was after.
Indeed. No mention of the Ascians, or primal summoning techniques for that matter. While Calyx doubtless received instruction from someone possessed of such knowledge, there was naught to identify this benevolent mentor. I am, however, pleased to say that we found several reports concerning the key.
What you talking about?
We know the key is used to open paths between worlds, and was a treasured relic of the Milala. And just as the Milala were unable to return after reaching the Mist Continent, so too was Preservation unable to gain a mastery of the prize which had passed into their possession. The data suggests that a particular formula or procedure is required, a process which Calyx appears to have understood to some degree. Yet the key proved fickle. Perfectly replicating conditions was no guarantee of success, and even when they did manage to generate a modest portal, the destination was never the one they expected. The reports practically screamed their frustration, describing the experience as being dragged around by a traveler picking roads without rhyme or reason. Serves them right, I say.
After much trial and error, Preservation began to experiment with external actuation devices for the key. Striving to maintain a stable pathway to a chosen location, They conceived of the technology that forms the gate to the Golden City.
Oh, city, golden city, golden city. City is golden. Golden is city. Lore.
Their tribulations ultimately afforded them control of the key, albeit in a limited capacity, which, of course, explains why they were able to instruct Zoralja in its use.
Well, yes, Graha. One would
Thus
surmise.
enabling the unprecedented feat of transferring Everkeep and its environs to the source. After the Endless Fiend took the key unto herself, she opened pathways to other reflections in her hunt for ether, did she not?
The Milala merely used it to facilitate their exodus. To think what the key has now wrought in different hands.
For all we know, the actuation device augmented the key's power beyond its intended scope. Were your goal to plunder whole worlds of their ether, a tool designed to simply transfer people would likely be insufficient.
Shale, I don't suppose you would be able to remove the actuation device?
The machine made for that very purpose is still functional, thankfully. It shouldn't be a problem.
What do you think? We don't even know how the key works. If the device is somehow interfering or amplifying its capabilities, I believe we ought to remove it.
Danger. Everybody's looking at me, aren't they?
Give me a moment.
I like how we said nothing and we were just sort of like, okay, sure, whatever floats your boat. Other warriors of light. She's gonna put two and two together, Moonbreeda!
My word.
Whoa, Y'shtola!
Y'shtola?
Whoa! She saw
This
Udu.
was the first time I
Unus
beheld the key
Mundus.
in all its unobscured glory. The sheer density is extraordinary. 'Tis akin to the structures we saw beneath the Tempest.
Now that you mention it, the ornamentation is reminiscent of Amarot.
Have you noticed anything since the key has been in your possession?
It reminds me of Azem's crystal. Oh, okay. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh.
You're suggesting the key has some connection with Azem. A plausible theory, although one we are yet unequipped to prove.
My apologies.
Put that on vibrate, Cryle. We're in a movie theater. Sorry, it's just Memphilia.
Hello? Yes, this is Cryle speaking.
Memphilia calling. How are you?
That was Ojika with a message for us.
An urgent matter?
I'm not altogether sure. Tataru requires our counsel, and hoped to call upon us in person at the Baldessian Annex.
Oh, okay.
Though disappointed we were not present, she appeared content to wait until our travels brought us back to Sharlayan, insisting that it did not merit our immediate summons. Her tone suggested otherwise, however, and Ojika felt compelled to contact us directly.
Mayhap the time has come for another journey across the salt.
Aww.
You'd best go. Though I'll not deny that I'll be sad to see you leave.
Come along. Kidnap Shale.
Oh, Shale. I can't even begin to thank you for all you've done. We will be forever indebted to you and your Oblivion colleagues.
The debt is ours. We'll never forget the sacrifices you've made for us, for Alexandria. In the meantime, I shall keep sifting through the data. You'll hear as soon as I find anything of note.
Actually, I should like to stay here a little longer, if you don't mind.
You are most welcome.
And might I borrow the key for a while? I wish to study it further. With the utmost care.
You show
I
your
should.
eyes. My eyes even. Our eyes. I mean, not like you can go any blinder, right?
Well then, shall we be off? Ojika will be expecting us.
Crazy that it feels like we're already leaving already, right? Sort of crazy. Does it not sound like a Tales of Grace's F? Like when they're, you know... I don't want to spoil Tales of Grace's F for anybody watching, but it sounds like a specific place from Tales of Grace's F. Meanwhile, we're already in Sharlayan. Welcome back, and what a pleasure it is to see you too, Lexus. Thank you for contacting us, Ojika. We came as soon as we could. Of course, I felt it prudent to give it how troubled Tataru was. Concern is much appreciated, as it so happens we reached a convenient juncture in our investigation. Shale and Yashola have matters well at hand, leaving us free to make this trip. It's a relief to hear. Now to fetch Tataru for you. Alrighty, let's go wait in the main hall as always.
Planning your next journey?
Oh no, just reminiscing. Thinking back to when you bought this map, and how you all encouraged me to make the voyage to Tural.
Are you glad you did?
As if you need ask. Welcome back.
Fiora! Shulk. Did you make us sandwiches? Oh my gosh. It's wonderful to see you again, Tatara.
I'm so glad you're here.
Ojika contacted us. He intimated that you were rather concerned. Come to think of it, Alphino said he and Alize would pay you a visit upon their return. Have you not seen them?
Oh no, they were here.
Oh.
I was regaled with many a tale of your Torali adventures.
Okay, cool. I was about to
It
say,
was
oh, no.
only once they departed for Garlemord that the rumors came to my attention. Rather alarmingly, void-sent sightings seem to be on the rise across the star. I was reluctant to bother you with mere hearsay, especially when you had more pressing matters to contend with. But earlier I received a confidential report from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Oh. That's
It's as if a
one
mighty dam
big
has
missive.
been breached, flooding the land with foul creatures. For a blessing, most nations have managed to keep the invaders in check, and casualties appear to be minimal thus far. Though the same cannot be said for those regions with a deeper connection to the void. Their fissures continue to manifest without end, putting countless innocents in danger.
A deeper connection to the void. Garlemald is the home of the Reapers, is it not?
It is. Alphino and Alize were there when the trouble began, and have since sent word that the situation has taken a dreadful turn.
When do we ever get to rest? It's alright. Vacation's over. Dawntrail is over. Short while in Tertium.
Thus concludes the abridged account of our time in Tural. Now I shall leave you with the words of the late Dawn servant, Galul Jajar. Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship. A notion that rings true for Eorzeans no less than it does for the diverse peoples of Tuliolol.
And for Garleans as well. Even sharing something as simple as a local dish can pave avenues of understanding. It's up to all of us to forge new bonds, together.
Thank you for sharing your tale. Better they hear it firsthand than endure my clumsy retelling. Your words give me hope that we might achieve something similar here in Garlemald.
We all have the capacity to affect change. Our time in Tural taught us that much. And now that we've returned, it's time we rolled up our sleeves and got back to work.
I've already sent missives to the other nations, informing them of our Alexandrian friends. I also intend to notify the Garlean community officially. If both sides are amenable to the proposition, we shall gladly assist in establishing diplomatic relations with Alexandria and Tuliolol.
Thank you. But are you sure you've recovered from your journey? It sounded like you've hardly had time to catch your breath.
However long the ship took to get there, right?
Sir! Lapis Manalis is overrun with void scent. We've sustained heavy civilian casualties.
What?
Proteum Squadron reporting in. We're under attack! Void Scent appeared out of nowhere and ambushed us during a routine inspection! Damn it! Is that another fissure? No, no, no! Ah!
My comrades are under attack. We have to do something.
There's no time to lose! Come on!
The Garlean community is ill-equipped to defend themselves against such a threat. Even with the aid of the twins and the Ilzabard contingent, they face daunting odds.
We shall leave for Garlemald immediately.
Thank you. I was able to contact Thancred and Urianger too. They're already on their way. With any luck, you'll be able to rendezvous with them on arrival.
Why do I feel uneasy? Why do I feel awkwardly uneasy about all of this? Maybe I'm wrong. You made it in time. Oh!
You picked a frosty spot for a reunion.
Tataru sent word that you were coming. Full glad am I to see you all. Though I'm afraid this is no time for pleasantries. Planar fissures have opened up across Garlemald, inundating the region with void scent. As far as we can ascertain, there are two focal points of their assault. The Ilzabard contingent are combating the threat in Lapis Manalis. Although they have suffered casualties, they appear to have the upper hand.
As well they should. The many talented Uldan thaumaturges among them should be more than capable of closing any fissures they encounter.
Which leaves the second focal point, the Clutium. Eulus and the Garlean community are attempting to mount a counterattack, but are struggling to cope with the sheer number of void scent. They've fallen back to the north of the Imperial Palace. Can you lend your aid in securing the area?
With your blessing, I would tend to the wounded returning from battle.
Of course, Kryl. Thank you. The quickest route from here to the front is via the train tracks. Once we arrive, we can support the Garlean forces as we make for the fissure in the munitions factory.
I'm Alpha now. I'm done with trains for a while. After Doom Train, I'm done with trains for a bit. Just saying. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. That was fast. Wow. Crazy we're back here again, right? How crazy is it that we're back here again after all this time?
sight for sore eyes. Appreciate the help. We'll handle things from here. Take care of the fisher.
I thought it wouldn't count my auto attack. I didn't have a choice, I had to move or we died. We got this. I'm so focused usually in these. We're okay, so. Okay. Yeesh. Nice. Yeesh. What did I get? That's not, they're all 765. Which is all lower anyway, but it's fine. Thank you. Take that with you. Yeah, don't smile at me. Yeah, don't smile at me like that. Great, they're feeding the void.
I think that's all of them.
We need but seal the fissure to prevent further ingress.
Only we're not going to be able to seal the fissure, are we?
It's over.
Nope.
I can only imagine the extent of the damage were it not for your aid. On behalf of the Garlean community, I thank you for all you've done for my people, for my home.
Guys, let's chatting more sealing.
I shall close the fissure post-haste.
Ariande does talk us too much. Too much.
If you do that, I will be trapped here.
You risked your life in vanquishing the creature. Would you at least let me bear the burden of deciding its fate?
Okay, I guess. Do this. Although I will say I'm nervous. I'm so nervous.
You want to go back? To the void? Your kind have entered this realm before. Some seeking death that they might rejoin the life stream. But you would choose that dark, deathless place?
The wind is fresh and pure, untouched by darkness. Perhaps it would be a blessing to meet my end in such a place. But I cannot yet bear to part with the void. If only the winds would blow there, as they do here. I long to return. See my home unsullied, as it once was.
Because we learned from Zero that that was their former world.
We know that pain all too well. If that is your wish, you must forsake this aggression. Go back to the Void and devote yourself to its restoration. I have a friend, Zero, who hails from your home. She and her companions strive to bring light into the Void from another world blighted with imbalance. I hear their efforts have already met with some success. One day, they'll drive the darkness from the Void, I'm sure of it.
His form is imbued with the will of all those I consumed. We shall return to our world and seek out this Zero. Then we shall see if there is truth in your words.
She won't disappoint you. That much I guarantee.
I love how this game progresses. The answers to their strife.
Bravo. I think Zero will approve.
The answers to their strife are becoming more and more gentle solutions, right? Like there's more and more kindness in their solutions. Most games are just like kill, murder, mayhem, and get it over with. But like 14's like, as we go along, we give kindness back.
Oh, Indeed, that was truly heartening to see.
Understanding begets fellowship, right? I thought I might lead by example.
Well then, shall we head back?
Alrighty. Piety, I guess.
The Ilzabard contingent have contained the threat on their front. Things appear to be under control for the time being. Though it remains unclear why the fissures opened up in the first place.
I mean...
According to Tataru, similar ruptures are occurring across the star.
One thing is clear, however. The phenomenon is not without pattern. The tendency for fissures to emerge is pronounced in regions deeply connected to the Void. Places where the barrier between the two worlds is at its thinnest.
Yep.
I fear there may be a place in far greater peril than Garlemald.
Yep.
Though it hath since been sealed, you will recall there is a great void gate that we ourselves had cause to open.
Biting us in the butt now.
Instrumental in our bid to reunite
On the
Fritro
moon.
with his sister and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
Oh gods. The moon.
Wow, that was a bad choice. Hindsight is 2020 though.
Fixed upon planar fissures, I failed to consider this
That is so bad.
vulnerability.
So bad.
All other paths unto the void are but pinpricks in the veil compared to that great lunar rift. And that rift might be yawning open as we speak. We'd better hurry.
So the
Let us
Loperids...
make for Bestway's burrow. I dare say the Loperids are well aware of current events.
We ought to have Kryl join us once she finishes tending to the wounded. I shall likewise contact Y'shtola. Her knowledge of the moon's void gate is second to none.
Alphino, Alize, please do what you must to keep our world safe.
We'll be back before you know it.
A quick word, if you will. I'm not sure whether you'll run into Zero during the course of all this, but if you do, would you give this to her? Emergency rations, in case of a protracted battle. Can't imagine she's eating all that well in the void. She likes dumplings.
Oh no! Yeah, this is about right. Like, oh my god! The moon, 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 the moon. Oh my goodness. We're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed, we're doomed.
Given thy panicked state, I presume the Loporits too are beset with void scent.
Oh, what sweet relief it is to see you all. Yes, void scent, and lots of them. They suddenly came pouring forth from the crater.
I had dearly hoped to find my worries unfounded.
Walk faster,
For some
Rianji.
unknown reason, the void gate seems to have partially opened. Living Ray dashed off to activate the brands and halt the fiend's invasion.
Oh
but she
boy.
hasn't come back, and we've since lost contact.
I suggest we make for the brands without delay.
Yep. Oh. My valiant savior is so bright I do not move an ilm. Hey, have you seen Living Way? Yeah. Thank you. This takes forever. Otherwise.
I'm saved! I dread to think what would have befallen me if you hadn't intervened! Oh, I was never in any real danger, of course. I knew you would realize our plight and rush to our rescue.
Oh, okay. As long as we're clear on that. Yeah, so Void Scent, our fault.
Darius is likewise plagued with Void Scent. If only we'd prioritized further development of the Void Scent slaughter bots, we could extend the tide ourselves.
Wow, Slaughterbots, eh?
Oh, what a tremendous demonstration that would have been. Irrefutable proof that I was mankind's staunchest ally and the greatest lubberate to ever live. I can practically taste the praise.
Asuna can't cure a delusional.
Fortunately, I was able to activate the brands. Should any more Void Scent emerge from the gate, they ought to be confined to the crater.
Wow, to think that Living Way did that all on her own.
Unless, of course, the Void Gate begins to expand of its own accord, or some gargantuan monstrosity tries to barge through. I don't foresee any major problems.
Oh yes, those are not major at all. That's about right.
Oh, nope. We're doomed.
There you are.
I feel like we've come back to the way things should be. Oh, whoa. You stole it to the moon fast.
I left the data in Shale's capable hands and teleported here as soon as I heard. And
Jesus,
ere you ask,
Stola.
I made sure to bring the key with me.
Okay, good, because we might need it. Yeah, Void Scent flooding in, big thing gonna break through. And yeah, we put the brands on,
then
but...
a real threat yet awaits us.
'Tis Gorbez's domain beyond the Void Gate. I wonder how he and Zero are faring.
When Zero became the new Warrior of Light. Of their world, anyway.
By the 12.
It's resonating. It's one the compass, and one's the device in which it uses. Amrod, eh? Hold fast what you must and meet your fate without fear. Go forth, discover, unite the stars into one. Let none bar your path. Wow. These two have gotten good.
What are you doing here?
Come to kick some butt. The visit felt long overdue.
Only you could be so carefree amidst all this. May as well make yourself useful.
Fair enough.
The gate's sheer size appears to have made it a tempting target.
Enuo, a dread void scent risen from the benighted depths of the ocean. They kept to the confines of their domain while Zeromus endured. No longer, it would seem. And once they had discovered a path to the Red Moon, they wasted no time in making the journey.
Leave the void scent nearby to us. You take care of Enuo.
But of course.
Facing this many foes calls for a more familiar approach.
Ah, yes. Switching back to Reaper, job class change, eh? Nice!
Void scent can change their form at will. Both light and darkness are mine to wield. Besides, what better to purge darkness from the void than darkness itself?
Who dares face me? A mere mortal. Hast thou come in search of power? Renown? I fight to end this world.
Wow.
All who stand before
I was wondering
me
when this would come happen. Okay, shall we go? Okay.
All who dare oppose me shall quake before the silken dark.
Oh, that old mechanic. Got it.
Its power is mine to wield. Perish. Be still. Accept your downfall. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? The void consumes. Naught will endure.
The underlings are no more. Now to deal with Edoel.
Life and death rendered meaningless.
Light, protect us.
I will not yield my domain! Such is the power of the Void. Void shall never cease to be. My power is absolute.
On our sides.
The Void's power is mine to wield. Did all boundaries cease to be? Behold the truth of this world!
Yeesh.
Accept your downfall.
Got it.
The yawning rift not tempt you. Be still. Doth the yawning rift not tempt you? Be still. Thus did all boundaries cease to be.
They must be sealed away.
Nice. As lively as ever. Bowman Froth.
I'm glad you came. We would have struggled to face Enuo alone.
It's so crazy to see so many people so quickly in succession. You can tell the big patch is coming.
I presume you journeyed here
in
to
January.
prevent more void scent from passing through the gate.
Well, also to check on you.
With
Watte and me.
Enuo defeated, there are none left in this realm who pose a serious threat. I dare say the problem is resolved.
Not quite. Have you noticed any abnormalities of the void as of late?
Nothing comes to mind. Why'd you ask?
Well, we went across the sea to this place called Tuyalal, we went Wukalamat and Alexandria and Queen's Fiend.
So the breach wasn't limited to the Void Gate, for better or worse. Precious little has changed in the 13th since Zeromus fell. Have you noticed anything unusual?
I know not the reason events have unfolded this way, but there is, perhaps, an explanation as to why the Void Gate and the fissures opened. Here, in my domain, even the slightest change is keenly felt. When the gate opened, I sensed not the workings of some external force.
Something within, right?
Rather, it felt as if the barrier between our worlds was weakening naturally, moment by moment, until the two came to meet.
So last stream I said that the shards broke apart, and as they're closely coming together, I believe that the time was sinking. That was my theory. So now Golbez is sort of saying the same thing. The barriers between are fading. If that's the case, and things are rejoining, then that would lead to time synchronization as well, I imagine.
And you think this weakening could be happening elsewhere?
'Tis a possibility.
Well, that clears that up.
What of Razatan and Garlemald?
Well, for sure it's happening in Treno. Because that's what the new Ascians said was the world was done for. They meant remerging.
Eulus took mercy upon the interloper. Whether Void Scent or Garlean, we all share the same longing for home. Should we meet, I will gladly offer them aid. Please tell Eulus as much.
Also,
How exactly did you get here? No mortal could traverse the Void Gate in its current state.
Hello, who said I was, who said? That's so funny. Ooh, that little light hole over there. Dude, the Zem crystal. So funny. Look at that over there.
And this path of yours is still there. I cannot see it.
Ooh. You go up to it and it's like, it's right here. Here.
Nor does it reveal itself to me. Perhaps the path serves only the key bearer.
Like I said, one works as a compass to destination and the other is the...
So it is not a means to travel freely back and forth. A pity. I would have liked to see my friends again.
And so we explained the last year of our journey, aka vacation. FF4. Here's some dumplings. They're from Euless. Yummy dumplings. I recall Euless speaking of dumplings his mother used to make. Think of his parcel and the fond memories. It's more than enough to share with Golbez. Now that forgoes the aether of others, I'm sure he'll appreciate the sustenance. I sometimes wonder what the void would be like if culinary traditions flourished here once more, or whether or not it would suffice to break the cycle of mutual consumption. A heartening thought, if nothing else. Until our battle earlier, I hadn't called upon the darkness in some time. In truth, I find light a better fit these days. Ever since you left, we've been roaming in the void in search of individuals who would join our cause. Although we returned to the Red Moon after sensing Anua's presence, rarely do we linger in a single location. However, if the interloper you spoke of does intend to seek me out, it might be wise to return to my domain. Why don't you join us with Anua defeated? The source should be in no imminent danger. Good, we'll wait for you by the crater. Exploring on the moon. Teleport is situated between here and the center of the moon. I used it to travel the surface in long days past, though I seldom had need once my generals were in place. Igiorum herself created the device that lays low the Servant of Light. Ironic that we're now using it to seek to restore the light to the void. I forgive my idle reminiscence. 'Tis time we make our descent. Though it was not always so, many who live here now have chosen to do so because they support the cause. Indeed, if our numbers continue to grow, they may require more territory. Thankfully, we're able to harness the residual aether from Barbaricha's domain. Those reserves enable me to expand mine as need arises. Right, as we best prepare for our potential guest, join me on my boat when you're ready. Oh, Golbez, you're not going? Oh. Aww. Okay, well. I imagine you remember these. The transmitters we used to receive light from the first. If memory serves, by working and channeling the excess ether left in wake of the flood in the Crystal Tower, using the tower's cross-drift capabilities, light is then conveyed into the 13th into these devices. I have in mind to use them now, but they'll need to be set at an elevated location. Your assistance would be appreciated.
Upon
nostalgic.
activation, these transmitters will shine with light from beyond, sent courtesy of our ever-watchful friends. They will serve as beacons in the dark for those that would seek me out.
Ah. And so Eula said to the... Oh, look.
Immortal no less. I did not expect to see you here.
Hey, I beat you to her, didn't I?
I am Zero, and this is my domain. 'Tis a safe haven for those who abhor conflict. Among those gathered here, many aspire to restore this world to how it once was.
Such a thing is possible.
Indeed. Though how long the endeavor will take, I cannot say. But for those of us abandoned by death itself, what do we have but time to try, and try again?
Very well. This light is ample proof your comrades spoke true. However long it takes to restore our world, you shall have my aid.
And you shall have mine.
It seems Ulysses' intervention has helped forge a new bond. Thank you for bringing word to me. I gather you'll head home sooner rather than later. No, wait, what? No, not yet. I mean, there's nothing much to do here, but still, like... Wow. Well, I mean, Golbez is out in the outskirts. He's fine. Sorry, Golbeza. I guess we're going. Hey.
Would you deliver a message to Eulus for me? Tell him that we're making progress towards rebuilding our home. And I hope that he is too.
Enuo's Memoria will be safe here. The crystal containing Zeromus has been passed on to our allies in the First. If Enuo's Memoria might serve them in restoring their world, we shall likewise consider its transfer.
How much simpler it would be to aid one another in our respective fights, were it not for these boundaries between us. Safe travels, my friend. We take comfort in the knowledge that you're out there fighting too, wherever you may be.
No luck, I'm afraid. It appears she's not in Mare Lamentorum.
Wait. Is that?
It's just me. I'm back from my little walk on the moon.
God, you had us worried. You suddenly disappeared. We didn't know what to think.
I delivered the dumplings to a friend of ours after heading to the Red Moon. And then we fought Inuo, and then we beat him, and then I'm here. Ta-da!
Shortly after you vanished, the Void-sent incursion abruptly ended. We surmised you had a hand in that, but never did it cross our minds that you were fighting alongside Zero and Golbez.
This golden path you said you traversed wasn't visible to us either. Nor did we hear a voice. Ethos. Might this be the key's true name?
While many mysteries remain, for now, I am glad to learn the state of affairs in the 13th.
Oh yes, especially since you were so invested as a scholar.
Golbez's suspicion that the barrier twixt worlds has begun to weaken. 'Twould certainly explain the surge in fissures manifesting in the source.
Yet what could be behind such a phenomenon?
The rejoining. Ah yes, just on time. Dang, that kid already pulling out his weapon.
And who might you be? Not a Void-sent, I'd wager.
Smart, clever man.
Greetings.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yep.
I am Helmarut of the Asians.
Like son of a...
We are your sworn foes, I know. But on this occasion, will you not put away your arms? I wish only to talk.
Ooh, dangerous.
Thank you for affording me a chance.
Bereft of the Unsundered, we were under the impression you and yours no longer had cause to continue your activities.
No.
That you should reveal yourself at this juncture.
Well...
I assume you are the one who bestowed Calyx with the knowledge of summoning and the
My,
reflections.
my. All sharp as a tack in this party.
Yes, that is correct.
Was it necessary to reveal my present form as well? Calyx. So he succeeded in transferring his memories after all.
Be at ease. Even were I to occupy a combat-oriented vessel, I would not have the ability to defeat you. You destroyed my plan, my life's work. I have naught to replace it, nor will I ever regain what I once had.
Squirrel.
If you wish to speak, Halmarut, will you not tell us what it is that you hope to accomplish?
As you know, our star Aetheris was sundered into 4 and 10 shards in the time of the Ancients.
Right.
As the will of the star, Hydaelyn perpetuated this unnatural division for millennia, and in the wake of her passing, nature has begun to reassert itself. As a wound knits itself together, the star seeks to become whole once more.
Which is also what I was mentioning with time, right? Like, that they're all in parallel, so when it shatters, the reason why... And again, I have to check the translation. There's a difference between shards and shattering, and, like, mirrored. So my theory last video, and, like, till now, was that these shards, which are really not shards, these mirrors or instances of each world overlap in the same space and are multi-layered, like this image here. And the reason why time fluctuates is because these aren't necessarily all aligned at the same place, but as they come to join closer and squeeze closer together, time is syncing in coordinates with the overlap or the rejoining.
Yes. It seeks to rejoin with all of its shards.
See, and that's why I thought it. We were talking about time and about like the 9th and how that was a little weird with like Kryle's aunt, but it's because time is syncing.
Unlike the one we Ascians attempted to orchestrate, however, the star's rejoining will afford mankind no special treatment.
It's gonna wipe everything.
All life and matter will be condensed into a single whole and remade for a new beginning. A complete rebirth.
So not a single shard or mirror is going to make it. When the combination happens, it's going to reset every world. Not just the ones they picked and chose from Amarat. The Ascians chose.
Aetheris will return to the way it once was. Hundreds of millions of years past. To a quiet and peaceful time. Long before the light of mankind was kindled.
That's it.
Supposing for a moment we believe you, how can you possibly know all this?
Because they came before, right before it happened.
It is an inevitability that I have foreseen since time immemorial. A future that awaits should creation be freed from the influence of Hydaelyn and Zodiac. The star is tolerant to life. It holds no grudges, and neither rages nor weeps for being sundered. Yet by the same token, it is indifferent to life's survival. No amount of devastation and death can compel it to stop the wheels of creation from turning. The earth shakes, and mountains spew fire. Floods wash away the fruits of labor, and icy winds freeze and starve. Countless perish as nature runs its course. So many seeds of life have already been lost, yet in spite of this, people continue to believe that the morrow will come. But it will not. For nothing lies beyond the solstice, when all creation is reunited. When that day comes, every last trace of mankind shall be erased. I cherish man's journey, despite losing his innocence and being made to live with suffering. He has forged ever onward. Strong, even as he is weak, his is a proud tale in the history of the star. It would be a shame for that tale to end. For all to wither and die, when some might yet survive. Would you not agree?
If a natural rejoining doth lead unto the solstice, then thine intent is to preemptively rejoin the worlds.
I mean, there's always an argument over rejoining the worlds.
Correct. It was for this very purpose that Halmarut recruited suitable collaborators from the Reflections.
Yep.
Individuals like me, who would willingly doom another world in order to fulfill their aspirations. The Winterers, we are called. And if you and yours seek to protect all life, then sooner or later you shall have to contend with us.
Even if everything you claim is true, what you've done, Calyx, it's unforgivable!
I do not ask that you be pragmatic, nor do I seek your approval. Given your familiarity with other reflections, 'tis only natural that you are averse to our methods. But there is one irrefutable fact that you must understand. Should we take no action at all, the solstice will come. And no one will be left alive. No one. Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own, when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
Wow, okay. Drop that bomb on us.
Wait!
Okay, well, it's just everything. Yeah, summarize. So much. I made no intention of a natural rejoining. I had to consult the records to be certain, but before dispatching others of Void Sense, I handily you will truly save the day. Yeah, well, Hydaelyn was not the best, but was not the worst. Solstice and Winter Scream, as well as the approach moving forward, take time to consider. To that end, I believe we should gather and speak in person. Alright, Scion's gathering. Let's head to Tataria and meet there. Alright. Rising Stones! Oh my goodness. Talk about a... That's... the Mordoka. Kate Sith, walk, we're going. The gang all here? The others in the back? Whoa, where is everybody? Is nobody else here? Guess they must all be out and about, I guess. Ending the, Alright, Tataru, where are you?
Long it hath been since last we gathered here. Though our order's dissolution was indeed in name only, thereafter we did largely operate independent of one another. All of which is to say, full glad am I to stand in such esteemed company once more.
Manphilia and her mom, and so many people have gone and left.
For our delay.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. I was like, are they not in the back? I was looking for all of them. Oh, yay! I was just talking about, oh my gosh. Everybody.
We're reporting for duty, as bid.
Nice.
This is everyone that we could round up on short notice. The others are still en route. Estinian alone we weren't able to make contact with. But we're working on it.
No doubt his link pearl is buried at the bottom of his bag. Knowing him, he'll turn up when we least expect it.
Now, as much as I'd like to savor our reunion, Tataru tells us there have been developments.
Oh boy, a year worth of
Will you
developments.
apprise us of the details?
So we all Alexandria, everything. Oh my goodness, where do I even start? We traveled across the sea, we met Wuklamat and Kona, the vow of resolve and reason, and Alexandria, and, you know, oh my goodness. Sphene. Kra's parents! Kra's parents! And then the key. Oh my gosh, Tataru just heard it!
The Winterers and the Solstice.
The veracity of Halmarut's claims remains unclear. Yet it cannot be denied that, in his bid to convert the living into endless, Calyx was privy to knowledge of the reflections and more.
And the Winterers are formed of others, like him.
In light of the recent Void Sense incursions, I believe it would be wise to treat the Solstice as a genuine threat. The problem is how to deal with it.
Both the source and the reflections are home to irreplaceable life. I would protect them all if I could. But if doing so means ushering in complete annihilation, then what can we possibly do?
It's like we're back to square freaking one, right? In this same building 10 years ago. Maybe like 9 or 8, because it was a couple of years before we moved here, but...
Was Hydaelyn aware of the solstice?
Given that we had no knowledge of it when you journeyed to Elpis, you couldn't have warned Venar. So it is entirely possible she was unaware. But in the course of sustaining the Sundered Star, she may have glimpsed this eventuality.
I think she knew and chose to trust in us.
So she believed that we could overcome this trial as well. Or rather, that the choice was ours to make.
I would like to think
Whichever
that.
it may be, it is we who must find the answer. We who live in the here and now.
Perhaps we could take a recess? Oh, I dare say everyone could use a rest.
Indeed. We have ample food for thought, and it would be good to catch each other up.
Ere I forget, Heron, I believe you should keep the key, Ethos, in your possession. After all, it seems that is one mystery I am not destined to unravel.
After Yanja and I went off on our own, we decided to spend some time exploring Shaktaral. We never had a chance to visit the Rite of Succession, you see. We journeyed east to Loa Zentaheda, and before heading up to the coast of the frigid northern reaches, where they revere a storied beast of the sea, the excursion only served to reinforce just how vast Taral really is. We also met with Watte, though we had little time to study their artists at length. We were privy to several of their demonstrations. We would that we could have indulged our curiosity further and traveled yet to distant lands. For better or worse, pragmatism tempered our wanderlust. Suffice to say, we've seen plenty of the continent. It should be very much like to return given the chance. Einar and I went training in Gridania. The Void Sun attacked the 12s would. Thankfully, we were able to fend them off with the help of the twin Adlers. Well, when I heard the invasion was already spread across the star, I realized the gravity of the situation and ordered a confidential report sent to the other Scions. That's why Tataru was so quickly appraised. Thanks to you, we were able to make haste for Garlemald. While circumstance and the duty kept us apart, we remain bound by our common purpose. Indeed, may that purpose continue to guide us now that we stand together once again. Oh, I love this! I love all these people making contributions behind the scenes and it coming together. Kotan and I had remained in Corvos to monitor the situation among the Garleans and the Corvosi. Though seldom smooth sailing in the region settled, we were able to return. I understand Garlean community has made great strides in improving relations. Hearing that, I feel renewed zeal for resolving the issues in Corvos. Then perhaps we should hear more about the Garleans' accomplishments from me and the twins. It might stoke the fire even hotter. Judging by your guise, Clemens, your studies must have been productive. Indeed, it's more or less mastered the fundamental principles of Charlayan astrology. At one point I considered exploring other healing arts, but I decided to preserve and focus training better to leverage my skills on the battlefield. I don't think it'd be much use on the battlefield these days. I can scarcely hold my bow steady, let alone hit a target, so sorely bereft of brotherly ministrations as I am. I need so required constant supervision. You two haven't changed in the slightest. It makes me wonder how our colleagues that couldn't join us today are faring. It was by no means an easy decision, but as Solstice is now our paramount concern, Elsa and I have opted to formally withdraw from our efforts in Garlemald. After all, after seeing it to protect our world, we serve to keep Garlean safe. Julius and his comrades are working hard towards a brighter future there to Corn. Honestly, I'm more worried about us. It's so difficult to see the path ahead, but hopefully we can get through this and return to Garlemald with our heads held high one day. Indeed, in the meantime, let's prepare for Julius and the community. We mustn't let despair stay our hands. Seems everyone has much more to discuss with one another. Anyway, you're over a proper due break. Peace and quiet will help you think. Feel free to make yourself comfortable in Dawn's respite.
Of course, should it serve to satisfy your ambition, you are welcome to deal with the reflections as you deem fit. Like the pariah and wanderer who satisfied his own when he brought the star to the brink of ruin to face you.
I detest evenings such as this. Too bright, too stimulating. The mind distracted by the inconsequential. You needn't be so wary. I merely come to offer information before my departure.
Listen, Calyx, I'm about to hand you your own knife. Squirrel.
Halmarut and I will soon cross the rift to observe the enactment of another Winter's plan. Our destination is the fourth.
Here we go.
A world locked in ice, whose lands are blanketed in thick clouds. In order to survive, man has fled to the skies, using great magics to establish new civilizations.
Why tell me where you're going?
I have my own designs I would see realized. Nothing more. Believe me or don't, as you like. For all I know, you lack the means to follow us anyway. What Halmarut said to you earlier. She suggested that dealing with the reflections might satisfy your ambition. But is that truly so?
We also theorized our part in Role of Ascian, right?
You have seen battles beyond counting, have defeated even the fear of death. Is there some conclusion that you seek, no matter the cost? I will share with you a truth. We Winterers each have an ambition that we wish to fulfill. To that end, we may share information with one another, but we do not necessarily share the same beliefs. Just as you and yours decried my actions, I find those of my fellows objectionable.
Interesting.
Be that as it may, it is the culmination of our lives' works that we would bring to the world. Fruits born of undying devotion, daring aspiration, and unwavering ideals. No matter how we are reviled, no matter what we must steal, our actions will be vindicated by those who abide in the future we create. In your benevolence, you may seek to save everything and everyone. But once all is consequently consigned to oblivion, your noble deeds will amount to nothing more than folly. For no living soul shall remain to judge them.
Begs the question, how are we gonna get the others to come to the fourth with us this time around? The shattered stars are doomed to mend. How turns the key to winter's end? Well, I guess that's it. We be done. Wow. Wow, we finished. I thought it was gonna be longer. It's only 2 hours? I thought it was gonna be way longer than that. I'm glad we did it today. I'm gonna stop for tonight. Yay, we're all caught up with FF14. I'm so excited. I'll be ready to do all the good stuff. Me and my bro will be, and then we will see each other for the next patch. I'm so excited. I'm caught up on a lot of stuff this week, and a lot of VODs are going, and I feel like I'm very productive, so. Oh goodness. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for coming by, and yeah. Take care. Till next time on FF14. Farewell. Bye.